Hello everybody, this is Stumpy with Stumpy Outdoors. Just got done on the opening day of muzzleloader hunt. Made a little video, hopefully you watched it. A couple of my friends said I ought to do a review on my gear that I use, my gun and my knives that I use to skin the deer, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start out with the gun that I used, or the muzzleloader. It is a Traditions 50 caliber. It's an inline bolt action style. It's a very good shooting gun, especially for the price point. It's not a real expensive gun. I'm using a Swift 4x12x50 scope. The guy at the gun store where I do most of my business, he kind of turned me on to this. I didn't really want to spend a lot of money. Burris is actually my favorite scopes, but I needed something just a little bit cheaper that would get me by. This scope does really good. It gathers light great. You can see around the cornfields where I hunt a lot, you can actually see before daylight. You can put it up and you can tell if it's a buck or a doe. If they got big horns, you can tell. Small horns, still can't see them. Still got to wait till legal shooting time. It's hard to do sometimes, but you still got to wait. But this gun, it utilizes a 209 shotgun primer for the ignition source. Again, it's a 50 caliber. I shoot 100 grains of 777. And I use a 295 grain power belt bullet, hollow point. Great bullets, shoot really good in this gun. They load easy. They don't have the greatest penetration, but I don't know that has ever cost me a deer. I've killed a lot of deer with this gun. It's got a really good, pretty good range, I think. You know, for the price. I've killed deer out around 125 yards with this gun. I've been real happy with it. I've had it probably about 8 to 10 years now, and it has served me well. As far as my knives that I skin with, this here they call a Wyoming knife. I bought it probably 25 years ago, still using it. You can buy new blades for it. It comes apart, it has screws, makes it easy to clean. I don't buy blades for it anymore. I bought a few, but I found out that I can just put it on my whetstone and sharpen up the old blade, and it does fine. Yeah, skinning a deer, your knife doesn't need to be razor sharp anyway. If it is, it makes it so easy to cut little holes in the hide. It actually makes it harder to skin them than it does if you don't have quite as sharp an edge on your skinning knife. This knife works really well. It took me a little bit getting used to it on how to hold it without getting cut. It can be a dangerous knife, but this here part of the blade is you get it under the skin and you just slide it down. Makes a perfect cut. You don't cut the meat. Makes it really easy to go from that joint on down through the shoulder to get started. Spin it around, then you can use it for the caping. I don't use it a lot for that. When it comes to getting the caping them and getting the hide off of and all that, I have a little knife here that I made. One of my suppliers where I buy parts for my job, he gave me a piece of this tool steel. I made a knife out of it, and one of my customers that I take care of their air conditioning equipment, they hardened this blade for me, and they actually tested it for hardness on their testing equipment. It came out of a 62 Rockwell, which is a very hard blade, holds a good edge. The handle I made out of Bacote. I bought some little fancy pins from Texas Knife Works, kind of dressed it up a little bit. I think it turned out to be a pretty nice little knife. I got the blue color on it. I took and put sliced tomatoes and laid tomatoes across it and let them etch the blade a little bit so I don't have any trouble out of rust. This is not a stainless knife, but it does a really good job. Well, this is Stumpy with Stumpy Outdoors. That's a quick review of my hunting equipment for muzzle loading. Once rifle season gets here, I'll do a review on some of my high-powered rifles that I hunt with. And again, this is Stumpy with Stumpy Outdoors. Hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll see you next time.